It rarely happens with readers that we come across books that truly touch our heart, and we can't stop talking about those books for several months. Recently, I read one such amazing book that just connected with me, and I couldn't stop reading it. First of all, after I finished reading it, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Hey everyone, this is Sakshi and I heartily welcome you all to Books with Sakshi. I really hope you're doing great. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about an amazing debut book which just made me so connected with it, made me so emotional, made me smile, made me cry, and maybe just made me feel all the emotions that are possible for a human being to feel. And the book is Crochet, the Gordian World of Tahir Khan, which is written by author Raman Agarwal. It's a debut work by the author, but you won't be able to believe it's a debut work when you will read this book, because at least I was not able to believe that a debut author can write so well, so well, that you won't be able to put that book down. And to write something with such perfection was totally unbelievable, but that's the reality. And this book is so much more than possibly I can tell you in my review. In this video, as well as the review which I have done on my Instagram, I don't think I'll be able to give away everything which I have experienced, because those kind of experiences are like very personal. But still, I am here to give you a gist of the story, obviously. So it's a story about Tahir Khan, and we actually witness his story since his childhood, since the time he's born and everything, and till the time he becomes like a young adult going to college and everything. So the story is narrated from his point of view for the majority portion of the book, and the story is narrated in a way where Tahir Khan is seeing a therapist named Alex, and he is telling that therapist almost everything about his life. That includes his school life, that includes his love life, that includes his life at home. It's very interesting, but at the same time, before I proceed, I would also like to mention that this book may not be for everyone. So I haven't really mentioned this thing in my written review, but I would like to explain it over here why this book may not be for everyone. Like, not every book is for everyone, we know this, but this book specifically is for a certain class of people, because it has used like a lot of metaphors. There are a lot of things that will not make sense to you because of a lot of metaphors and dreams, imagination, reality, and the distinction between these two things. And I would say monotonous is one thing which I figured out. The book becomes monotonous at some point, and I do not feel bored, but I have a feeling that some people will really do not like that monotonous thing which continues for a while in the book. Like, you will feel like you're just reading the story of Tahir and it's nothing new. You will have a feeling, if you're not able to connect with his life, if you're not able to connect with his thoughts, with whatever he's thinking, with whatever he's going through, I'm being very honest, you won't like this book. But the moment you start connecting with him, the main protagonist Tahir Khan, I guess you will just forget about this monotony and everything. So Tahir Khan lives with his parents in refugee colony, and he's often bullied by people. He, being a Muslim, is called names. He's told by people to go back to Pakistan and stuff like that. So he gets bullied a lot, and the kind of impact these kind of traumatic experiences can actually leave, especially on a child's mind, is unpredictable. You just cannot predict what and how can affect a child's mind. So something like that happens, something step by step starts traumatizing Tahir Khan, and his life does not get for any better. He also has his friend Sachi, who is always there with him through thick and thin, and there's also love life of Tahir. There is Ghazal, who he loves dearly. He shares each and everything about his life with her. Initially, when I started reading this book, I was really not having a clear idea of where this story will go, because this was like a very fresh story to read. Honestly, I've never read something like that either. If it comes to mental health, I have read something of an adult, maybe people in 30s or 40s, not a child. At least I haven't really read any teenage drama dealing with mental health issues. So this book definitely, raises an awareness towards mental health, and I was quite clueless as to what to expect from this book, and I was not expecting anything, honestly, and that's the best part about it, because only in that case this book truly surprised me. This book just touched my heart for several reasons, and I also loved the bond which Tahir shares with his mother. I mean, like, it just felt so pure. Obviously, the bond between mother and child is always so special, always so pure, and but I don't know, like the way the author has described this bond between, Tahir and his mother, it just felt so special to me. Very heartwarming, very, nostalgic. Reminded me of times when I used to go to school, and my mother would, dress me up, and she'll, prepare like tiffin box for me. So all those kind of stuff can actually make you very nostalgic, and feeling nostalgic while reading a book is something that's very rare, honestly. Unless and until the author has done a good job, it's nearly impossible to feel it that way. So I guess the author has done an amazing job, a perfect job, because his writing style is outstanding. And Tahir Khan is such a relatable character. I mean, you will find yourself in him somewhere, and you'll connect with him, you will resonate with his thoughts, and whatever feelings and emotions he's having. Like, he has this jealousy, or not jealousy, but sort of insecurity when it comes to societal status, like maybe his family, like thoughts like maybe his family doesn't have enough, and there is this Ali uncle who is like very rich, and their house has everything luxurious. So when Tahir Khan actually visits Ali uncle's home, he is having these kind of thoughts in his mind, like, this is so good, and I do not have a car like this, and they have certain things this way, and my family doesn't have it that way, and thoughts like that. Basically, kids tend to compare. I don't remember if I as a kid compared myself that way, but I could truly understand what kind of thoughts he was having. He was also having thoughts like he wished that his mother would have married Ali uncle, so that he would have led a more better life. So these kind of thoughts you can only expect from kids, and like, there's no rational justification as to why he was feeling that way. It's just that kids are thinking several things, and there is no logic behind it. So they are like very immature, they do not understand everything. So at some places, when it comes to Tahir's father, I really liked his character, I would say, but mostly I did not like his character, Tahir's father's character, because he always told Tahir to be like a strong man, to not cry, because strong men don't cry, and stereotypes like that. He really just stuffed Tahir's mind with all these stereotypes, and I feel that Tahir's father was also not at fault completely, because Tahir's father's father, like Tahir's grandfather, stuffed all these thoughts. He must have stuffed these thoughts in Tahir's father's head. I don't know, like, this is like a very generational thing. Like, you hear some stereotypes, you believe in it, you pass it on to your future generations. So these kind of stereotypes need to be broken. Just like women are vulnerable, just like women cry easily when they feel certain things, it's totally okay for men to be vulnerable and cry and feel emotions, because they too have a heart. It's not like, you know, it's made of rock or anything of that sort. So all that is like really rubbish. People who say that no, men have to be strong, they have to be so hard and, you know, rough, tough, and they cannot let their emotions out and stuff like that, all that is really rubbish. So probably I can go just on and on and on and talk about this book, share about certain things, but I would just like to wrap it up here by saying that this book will give you a twist, and it's not a thriller. Even though the book talks highly about mental health, and you know, you will just you know, have this curiosity like where the book is going, where it's leading, and so it gives you a twist, and that twist, oh my god, really left me speechless. I was like, what the hell has happened? I was totally like not expecting it. So when I saw that, I was like, what? And it was like very like mind numbing for me. I did not know how to react for a minute or so. I even stopped. I was frozen, honestly, and I'm not exaggerating over here. I was really frozen. And I immediately messaged the author saying that, okay, was he doing this, I cannot say here. So, you know, like I was so immersed and so invested in this story, and you can already see from my reaction that how much I have enjoyed, you know, this book. And I want each and every one of you to read this. Even though it's a teenage drama, it's not cliched, it's not cheesy, it's not something that will bore you. But it's very mature, it's very beautiful in its narration, it's filled with metaphors, the writing style is perfect, and it's just amazing. It's 10 on 10 for me. So do read it. The book is currently available on Amazon as an ebook as well as a paperback. Do give it a read, and I really hope you enjoyed as much as I did. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the upcoming videos. Until next time, take care and keep reading.